Rajnath Singh being welcomed by Venu Rajamani, the press advisor to the president. That's the new home minister of the country. Not particularly willing, Mr. Sanghvi, to leave the post of BJP president. He was just pushed out slightly. Do you think he'll be happy, or he would have liked to stay on as the BJP president?
My guess is he'd like to stay on as BJP president and claim an equal status to Prime Minister from outside. As Home Minister, he's clearly subordinate to the Prime Minister. On the other hand, Home Ministry is a very, very important post. It's the job Advani had in the Vajpayee government, so he can't really complain.
Unless, of course, internal security is taken away from the Home Ministry,
well, yeah.
In which case he'd have a big...
Which I personally think would be a mistake, but we'll wait and see.
Yes. What sort of a Home Minister do you think, Dilip, Rajnath Singh is going to make?
He's quite a competent and capable man, and he should be able to do the job. But as you said, it's really his role which he's more involved in. He wants to be seen
there
as...
There you see Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi coming to Narendra Modi's swearing in, and this is important, and it's good that she's here because they weren't very gracious in welcoming Narendra Modi or congratulating him when he became, when he won that big election. Sonia Gandhi here, and what a moment this is for her to see her worst nightmare come true, to see Narendra Modi installed now as the new Prime Minister of our country. L.K. Advani sharing a warm word with Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, the chairperson of the UPA. We also see Omar Abdullah, the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, and good for him to be here as well, chatting away with Dr. Montek Singh Ahluwalia. That's Anil Ambani. This is a massive, massive show of strength. What could L.K. Advani have possibly told Sonia Gandhi? Who wants to have a go? Dilip?
You know, I guess he would have asked her how she is and whether she's keeping good health after the campaign. And, you know, he's very good with pleasantries, and he knows exactly what to ask. And she's the kind of person to reciprocate. She immediately asks, where's Pratibha? And all those questions which they're used to asking each other every time they see each other in public. No great state secrets are ever shared.
Okay, Narendra Modi has the power to bring both Mukesh and Anil Ambani together, Sri Ravi Shankar here as well. And all these people have actually played a big role, Veer Sanghvi, in helping Narendra Modi get where he has. Baba Ramdev may not be here today, but Sri Ravi Shankar, the RSS, all of them in their own individual capacities, through their organizations, have had a big role to play in this.
Yeah, I think I frankly, unlike Shiv, who seems quite cheerful about it, I'm slightly worried by the preponderance of sadhus and sants in the first row. I think there is a reason why we have a separation of church and state in most liberal democratic societies. I hope that's maintained. The only good thing is that I don't think the sadhus will be able to dictate terms to Modi. In Vajpayee's day, whenever he went slightly out of line, they would complain and say, we'll go to Advani, we'll go to the RSS. In this case, if they complain to Modi and say, we won't support you, he's going to turn around and say, where will you go? Or what if you don't support me? To the right of Modi is only the abyss. So there's absolutely nowhere else they have to go. So they'll have to go along with him.
Very interesting. Only the abyss to the right of Modi, Dharmender, Hema Malini, all of them coming in. Rajiv Pratap Rudy has been left out. Now he, of course, was hoping that Shatrughan Sinha, who was a minister in the last Vajpayee government, all of them have been left out. And that would be tough, of course. That's Bappi Lahiri with his gold chain. Don't miss it. Don't miss it for a moment. He fought in a tough election, didn't win, but he fought the election nonetheless. What happens to all those who've been left out? Shiv Vishwanathan.
See, I want to make two statements. One, responding to Veer. I think the presence of sons overtly, in a way, is a clear-cut statement.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think I'd rather they be overt than covert.
Fair.
That's where our liberalism might meet for a while. Okay? Yeah. Now, this question of feeling left out, I'm not too sympathetic to it. Somebody has to be left out. And after all, if you look at it, that crowd is going to constitute the who's who for the next few years. Take a good look. I think the yellow pages are going to be made of them.
Yes, absolutely. And some of those faces are not very recognizable at this time.
You know, there's also a very defining moment because at this time there's a little notification out that the PM India's website is now technically under reconstruction. So I think reconstructing Delhi is what this whole image is about, and I think you can see that actually happening in practice.
Okay, and that's the front row, the top ministers of the new Modi government, Sushma Swaraj, Arun Jaitley, Venkaiah Naidu, Nitin Gadkari. And the one sense, Dr. Varmani, that I picked up by speaking to them is that they're all very keen on making a mark and proving themselves. They want to improve infrastructure. They want to improve roadways, railways. And in that sense, they're coming with a mission and an agenda to show that they can make things better and different.
Well, you know, governance was the big point of this elections. And you mentioned Gadkari earlier. You know, he comes from a business background and presumably has a sense of the problems you face from the bureaucracy. So hopefully he'll be able to clear up some of those bottlenecks and hindrances which are there in almost all infrastructure sectors. And
okay, that's Dr. Harshvardhan, Smriti Irani, Ramvilas Paswan not getting the sort of a portfolio that he would have hoped for, but getting a leg in for sure. Yes,
today the buzz in the morning was that railways, civil aviation and surface transport are going to be combined.
Yes, that's Dr. Manmohan Singh. For the time being, technically till the new Prime Minister is sworn in, still Prime Minister Gurcharan Kaur, his wife and the senior BJP NDA leaders standing up to receive him, Dr. Harshvardhan, Nachma Abdullah, Uma Bharti, Sadanand Gowda, Nitin Gadkari, Venkaiah Naidu, Arun Jaitley, showing their respect to Manmohan Singh and also thankful for the sort of role that he played in the election campaign. Without his effort and help, maybe the NDA wouldn't have got to the sort of mandate that they did, Veer Sangvi.
Yeah, I think he was always their secret weapon. In large part, he has to take credit for the Modi victory. But on a more serious note, isn't that one of the most wonderful aspects of Indian democracy? The guys from Sri Lanka, Pakistan, etc. must be looking at it. It was such a bitter election campaign. We know that Sonia Gandhi despises Modi. Modi despises the Gandhis. And yet, this is Indian democracy. Everybody comes together. They're civil. They congratulate each other. They celebrate the greatest election in the world.
Well, I don't know if we find that one frame with Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi in the same image, because Rahul just gone off to one of the back rows. He's not sitting with his mother and Pratibha Patil, the former president. I don't know whether Modi would like to say a thank you to Rahul Gandhi as well. Shiv Vishwanathan.
Well, I think today is the day for good behavior, not just for Modi but for you and me. I think let's allow for a certain
Okay, because Rahul Gandhi was pilloried when he made that brief intervention at the end of the campaign when the results came out.
Yeah.
People thought that was...
question, Arvind, would be, what would happen to the planning commission? Do you have any guesses?
Arun Shourie is being slated as somebody who could be deputy chairperson of a body he wants to wind down.
I think it's definitely going to be reorganized. How extensively and how deeply, we'll have to wait till the deputy chairman is appointed.
No, but Arun Shourie has said so often in interviews and in private conversation that he'd like to wind down the body and if Lofi becomes the deputy chairperson.
If it is Shourie, then he would kind of clean it up really thoroughly, I think.
And also if Modi gets down to his act of actually putting together this council of state chief ministers, then in a sense the planning commission becomes redundant, because they'll sit down and figure out how to carve up the budget between themselves.
No, but that is why you should have a planning commission and not leave it to a purely political process.
Yeah, sure.
That's Ashok Singhal of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. All the sadhus and sons out in big numbers, and all of them with their expectations to see Narendra Modi now deliver. We haven't seen the foreign dignitaries reach just as yet. The ministers have all sat down, taken their seats. Narendra Modi will be here in a short while as well. You see VK Singh, Santosh Gangwar at the back. And what a big moment this is, because till about a year and a half ago, Dilip Cherian, these people felt that power was a distant dream. And suddenly, in the manner in which Modi mounted his campaign, the blitzkrieg he launched, former Prime Minister Deva Gowda there, the blitzkrieg he launched helped all these people come to power.
Well, the good thing is that Modi recognizes, and each of them recognizes, that the real mover and shaker was just one person. And while Dr. Manmohan Singh may have played, as we just discussed, a supporting role, all the rest of the people were really just playing props to what Modi wanted. Now you also have some other props in the form of those wearing...
No, but as we see these images, and I want to go across first to BP Malik, this is the first time that so much power in our country is held by one person. Most definitely since Rajiv Gandhi, probably since Indira Gandhi, because Rajiv didn't really win the mandate of his own, it was a sympathy vote that he got. Never has one man earned so much power and held it. What do you think that means for India and for the world? You're seeing these live images from Rashtrapati Bhavan. It's 5:44, 16 minutes to go for Narendra Modi to be sworn in. We are told that Nawaz Sharif and all the other heads of state have reached Rashtrapati Bhavan. Now they will be escorted out. That's Salman Khan. He spoke out in favor of Narendra Modi. One of his movies tanked as a direct consequence of that, with not many people showing up to watch it, but he's out. And in that sense, the fact that you've got Salman Khan in the swearing-in ceremony, and his father is very close to Narendra Modi, is sending also a message to the youth, to the minorities, to the young Muslims of this country, Shiv Vishwanathan, who look up to Salman Khan as an icon. His presence at the swearing-in ceremony. First, Kamal Mitra Chennai wants to make a point.
Look, Salman Khan had a very bad accident where a number of people were killed. So he would gravitate towards power in any case to keep out of jail. So I don't think it's just a political decision. It's also a personal decision.
Those are the faces from Gujarat. Officials who played a very key role in managing the Chief Minister's office in Gandhinagar. Some of them obviously wondering whether Modi will bring them to Delhi. I spoke to several of them when we were in Gandhinagar for Anandiben swearing in. Modi hadn't told them anything. They were of course hoping that they'd get a leg in, but they hadn't been told anything. And in that sense, that's the way he likes to operate, Veer Sanghvi. Very, very secretive, not even telling his closest officials what's on his mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's been traditionally his hallmark. He keeps his cards very close to his chest. He listens to everybody, but nobody, even those who say they know him, seems to know what he really wants, almost till the moment he actually goes ahead and does it.
Okay, the foreign dignitaries have now started coming in. Rajiv Dogra, if you can give us sense, because Nawaz Sharif left Taj Mansingh several minutes ago. There he is.
There he is.
The man we were speaking about, now being escorted out. Nawaz Sharif, and I just want to leave the images full screen because it will be very interesting to see who he greets, the sort of body language being exchanged between the people he meets and those who stand up to greet him.
Carrying the message of peace, collaboration, and dialogue. Sharing a celebration of democracy.
That's Nawaz Sharif now meeting Dr. Manmohan Singh. They tried hard. To be fair to Manmohan Singh, he tried really hard, Mr. Dogra, to try and push through the peace process, but failed. That's Sushil Koirala, Nepal's Prime Minister, coming in. Will Modi be able to do what Manmohan Singh failed to do?
Well, I think Manmohan Singh aimed too high. And he met the Pakistani Prime Ministers, various Prime Ministers, a total of 16 times. And the ultimate comment, unfortunate comment, was by Nawaz Sharif in New York, Dehati Aurat. So that has not been a great chapter in his diplomacy or his effort to make peace with Pakistan. As far as Mr. Modi is concerned, I think he will take one slow step at a time. And
that's the Prime Minister of Bhutan. And in that sense, it's a show of strength. And the fact that all of them accepted his invitation and came.
Well, it's a show of strength. It's a show of unprecedented strength. And it is also a show that some of these countries are as important. We have more trade with Bangladesh and with Sri Lanka than with Pakistan, for example. We have more at stake in hydroelectric power in Bhutan than with any other country, for example. Mauritius,
adding more tradition,
links.
Color,
so,
and more reverence.
I think the idea was brilliant. The follow-up needs to be...
Does that now see India reassert itself as the principal nation in the SAARC region? General VP Malik, the fact that they've all accepted his invitation, they've come here, he has the mandate that he has. Do you think he'll be able to reset India's equation with all SAARC countries, General Malik?
Rahul, if you can give me 1 minute.
Yes, there is no doubt about it. Look, this celebration of democracy has also been converted into showcasing our democracy as a soft power. Then it is a use of soft power which is going to allow SAARC to be revived and which will also showcase India as the major country amongst the SAARC nations. You know, somebody told me once that other countries around India are like the spokes of the wheel. Wheel is right in the middle, and these are spokes going to the other countries. Except for Afghanistan and Pakistan, no other country has a common boundary with each other except with India. So India is really strategically very, very important country, and I think by this particular showcasing of democracy, the right occasion, telling people that look, now these are our values, this is what we believe in, this is our constitution. I think it's been a great event the way we have put it across to the rest of the SAARC nation and rest of the region.
That's the Prime Minister of Bhutan probably thanking Manmohan Singh for the role that he's played. And while it's easy to run him down in this moment, Dilip Cherian, the Prime Minister, as he said in that farewell address, did the best he could given the circumstances. Do you think history will judge him more kindly than contemporary analysts?
You know, history, if it's written by the younger people, the younger historians of the day, might be a bit harsher than Manmohan would like. But yes, Manmohan's hope, Dr. Singh's hope, is that this will be, remembered as a period of 10 years when India made progress despite a globe that was slowing down. So I think if compared to what happened in the rest of the world, he might stand a fighting chance.
Okay, those are images from Gujarat Bhavan when Narendra Modi's cavalcade has left. In a few minutes from now, he will be at Rashtrapati Bhavan. In fact, Gujarat Bhavan is adjacent to 7 Racecourse Road. So in that sense, it's not a big jump for him. Just from a distance perspective, of course, it's a huge journey. Colonel Arasin Singh.
No, I was saying that, notwithstanding that SAARC logic, I think it would have been wise if the head of the state of Myanmar was also invited.
Sure.
Yep. Remember, you have a...
That's Mahinda Rajapaksa, the president
interface with,
of Sri Lanka, being welcomed by the lady in the white sari. It's Amita Paul, secretary to President Pranab Mukherjee. Mahinda Rajapaksa here, Shiv Vishwanathan. And this is something that Tamil parties are very cut up about, but Modi doesn't care very much about it.
No, I think you've got to be a bit careful about the kind of display of politics. All Tamil politicians will have to object, but they also know the levels. This is a ceremony. He's been invited for it. This is not a summit. This is not a negotiation movement. And if they don't see the levels of that kind of politics, they must be poor politicians.
I also don't like this use of the word. He doesn't care about this. He doesn't care about that. I think it's very wrong. He's a master politician.
No, but I'll tell you why. Manmohan Singh would have liked to call Mahinda Rajapaksa. Manmohan Singh may have liked to call a Mahinda Rajapaksa for an event like this, but wouldn't have the mandate because a Vaiko or a Karunanidhi would have bullied him successfully. They tried with Modi and failed.
But that's the point. He's making a certain signal. That doesn't mean on other matters he is not going to care about.
Okay, there's a 30-second break that I need to take. We'll return to this live broadcast because there's just about 6 minutes to go for this swearing-in ceremony to begin, and Modi will be reaching very shortly from now. Just a few moments to go before Narendra Modi is sworn in as our new Prime Minister. You're seeing these images of President Hamid Karzai, the President of Afghanistan, coming in for this oath-taking ceremony. All the SAARC heads of state have now arrived, and in a few moments from now, we will see Narendra Modi come and he will be administered the oath of office by President Pranab Mukherjee, after which other ministers in his cabinet will be sworn in as well. And what do you expect will happen, Mr. Dogra, in the meet and greet meetings that take place tomorrow? Half-an-hour meeting set for all these SAARC heads of state. That's a interesting photo opportunity right there. Nawaz Sharif and Hamid Karzai. Hamid Karzai, of course, blames Pakistan for a lot of what's wrong with Afghanistan at this time and not doing enough. What do you think will be achieved in these brief meetings that take place tomorrow?
Well, I think one of the important meetings would be with Hamid Karzai.
Yes.
He is leaving in a month, but he is not going to fade away.
Yes.
He is going to be important behind the scenes. And Afghanistan will hear a lot about in the next few months to come. So I think Mr. Modi would like to know personally his assessment of the situation as the American drawdown happens. The second, not in terms of priority, I think that is the most important. The second meeting which he would really pay great attention to is the one with Nawaz Sharif, because he would like to judge him for whether this time at least he would be true to his word. As I said repeatedly, Nawaz Sharif is a very difficult man to judge and to trust. Even his own countrymen do not do it. The second thing I would like to say is that people have often talked about massive mandate for Nawaz Sharif and for Modi. I think we need to correct ourselves. There is a massive mandate for Modi, but there is not a massive mandate for Nawaz Sharif. His massive mandate was only limited to Punjab.
Yes.
He has lost every other province of Pakistan. So, and his mandate has not been translated into popular people's will. There is already a resentment against him building up amongst provinces in Punjab and by Imran Khan in a popular manner. So, Mr. Modi would like to know how long is Mr. Nawaz Sharif going to last, because his previous terms were only for 2 years.
This is being described by some, Dr. Varmani, as the birth of the Second Republic. Do you believe that's an over-the-top description, or in the fundamental changes that Modi is already beginning to make, that's how important this moment is to India and to India's future?
I don't know about the Second Republic, but I think the whole intellectual narrative, you know, we've talked about outsiders, we talked about Delhi changing. I think it's the beginning of big change in that whole narrative.
That's Narendra Modi's cavalcade. Now driving up Raisina Hill, you can see India Gate, you can see the Home Ministry. He drives up the beautiful Raisina Hill, and this will be his office at least for the next 5 years. The forecourt of Rashtrapati Bhavan now jam-packed. It was supposed to be 3,000 people, but in the end Rashtrapati Bhavan said they sent out 5,000 invites, and there'd be very few who would be turning down those invitations. So, and the weather gods are holding up, Dilip. There was fear that there might be rain. At least so far the clouds seem to have stayed away.
Otherwise there have been yet another audiences, because if they had to do it in Darbar Hall, and you know, there are only standing place for 300.
And a wonderful energy.
Sons there.
Okay, you see Shatrughan Sinha, Hema Malini and Dharmendra. Another very important photo opportunity there. And all of them, of course, very excited about Narendra Modi's victory. This is Narendra Modi himself, India's new Prime Minister, being welcomed by Amitabh Paul. There he is, the moment that everyone's been waiting for. A round of applause the moment people see Modi, and in that sense there's cult popularity. Just look at those images there.
It is my proud privilege to announce the arrival of the Prime Minister designate, Shri Narendra Modi.
Look at the chant of Modi, Modi. This is as high profile an audience as high profile gets. He's meeting his A-line ministers, all of them, delighted about the fact that he helped them get where they've reached. But rock star like popularity, Dilip Cherian, far more than anything that contemporary India has seen.
Well, I'm not sure whether it's rock star or whether it's, you know, mass leader, but whatever it is, the images and the sounds are both interesting as well as something that will reverberate in people's ears for a long time.
He's smiling
for good
there,
or for bad. Yes.
Shiv Vishwanathan, those are one of the rare smiles that we've seen. Usually he's just been so serious, so somber, trying to play it all down, now breaking into one of his very rare smiles. We haven't seen him smiling very much very recently.
See, you were moved when he cried. I think you should also acknowledge the fact that he can smile. Allow him some humanity. He's not a robot.
No, absolutely. And what a moment this is. Now we're seeing Vice President Hamid Ansari arrive at Rashtrapati Bhavan. This will be followed by the President in the order of protocol. And that big round of applause. General VP Malik, that round of applause that we heard when Narendra Modi arrived just shows the level of popularity the man enjoys across the country at this time, sir.
There is no doubt. You know, it looks as if he is their hope. You know, the way they are chanting his name, it shows the loyalty towards this new leader. It shows hopes in this new leader. It shows aspirations in their mind, and they believe that he will be able to do all that he has been promising. So it's both in a way a good thing as well as a bit scary that will he be able to, we all hope that he's able to deliver. So it becomes a little scary on the kind of delivery that is expected by all these people who are chanting like this.